Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. This is William Heineman, and I'm your host. And this is Just Force 911, where we look at how our public officials do their job, well, or they just pooch screw it up. Hey, guys, this one today is coming from us from Unsolved Mysteries and Crimes. The Florida Sheriff's Department is at it again with their 15 IQ. It's amazing. It just, they just can't keep from stepping on their own Johnson. It's amazing. It's like they're trying to be, it's between Texas and Arizona and Florida to see who can be the dumbest bunch of police officers that's possible. I don't get it, but hey, whatever. But anyway, go over to Unsolved Mysteries, check them out, subscribe to them, hit their thumbs up. And while you're here, we're trying to get to 3,600 viewers or subscribers. So if you can, subscribe, please. I appreciate it. You guys have me to 35 now, and it's amazing. I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, with that being said, make sure you hit the like and share. Please share it with your friends. Share it with anybody you know. Also, hit the thumbs up and leave me a comment. This one here is how do I say it? Officers push for ID, even though they have the wrong guy, and they have the brother instead of the other brother that has the property, and they end up arresting him. He has a false leg, a prosthetic leg, and just the way they treat him. Now, the nice thing is that he got $2 million lawsuit out of this, which should have come out of their pension funds, not out of our pockets, because that's what I've been complaining about for the last 2 or 3 months. We as taxpayers have to pay for this, and it's not coming out of their pension funds, and it should. So anyway, do me a favor, subscribe if you would, leave me a comment. Let's get on with the video, shall we? Great idea.
Put your hands behind your back. Oh, you want to act stupid.
No, my leg is falling off.
Okay.
God damn it, look at that.
Listen. I'm
Let me...
going to say it one more time.
I will.
Okay.
I was showing you my leg fell off, and you didn't care.
You didn't have to do that.
I told you before I kicked it off that it was coming off.
Okay.
Now, I'll grab my leg, I'll put it on, and I'll stand up, please.
Put your shoe on.
You see, I have no toes.
Okay.
Nobody cares. Go, put it on.
That's right, nobody cares.
Put it on. Put it on. Hurry up.
Well, that is your mandatory.
I'm trying to help you.
Oh, yeah, that's code 440 of place west of Central. Suspects in custody.
Imagine getting arrested just for not showing your ID while helping your brother. No crime, no chaos, just control and ego of cops. That's exactly what happened to disabled man Alan Bailey, sparking a firestorm of police overreach, legal blunders, and a massive lawsuit.
He barely thinks that he can do it without knowing to find off. We are the ones that police that he's not. Let's see about calling it. Let's see if we can find it. It might be in this truck too.
By your ID?
The phone, the other phone. We're looking for his other phone.
This is your shop?
Yes, currently it is until...
The video kicks off with deputies showing up at a Hillsborough County property where Curtis and Alan Bailey are just trying to move out. But things spiral fast when cops start demanding IDs, and that's when everything starts to go sideways.
Sounds like a big
Let me check. I'm just going to check.
Yeah, you want hang on one part real quick. Go with him real quick to get the phone so I can call the owner.
Yeah. Oh.
Alan calmly points out there's been no legal eviction, no writ of possession, no court order, nothing. But instead of listening, the deputies zero in on one thing: his refusal to show ID, completely ignoring Florida law.
Either the eviction goes through or till we leave. And we're almost done leaving. No, bring my phone. Bring the phone.
Do you have your ID with you?
I haven't broken the law yet.
Do you have your ID with you?
Of course.
Hey,
I'm
hey.
walking over here.
No. You're gonna come over here. I'm talking to you here.
Okay.
Do you have your ID with you?
I do. I already answered that.
Can I please have it?
You asking or is it?
I am asking, yes.
All right.
We're here in a call, so we gotta.
I get that.
Okay.
I get that.
So can I please have your ID?
I'm respectively saying no at this point.
Deputy Diaz Rodriguez asks for Alan's ID, and Alan responds, "I haven't broken a law yet. Do you have your ID with you?" The deputy insists, but Alan stands his ground, saying he'll only comply under threat of arrest.
Only at this point. Okay?
And why do you want? Do you not?
Why
want to
do I
use your
have
ID?
to? He's the one that owns
Sir.
the. Let me
Sir.
finish, please.
Sir, listen
He's
to me.
the owner of the. He's
Besides
the owner of the property.
Besides the story, what's your name?
Alan.
My name is Frank. Deputy Diaz Rodriguez, as you can read right here.
Yeah, I would never be able to say that. But
Okay, it's
thanks.
Diaz Rodriguez. You can just repeat after me.
Diaz Rodriguez.
Yes.
Yeah, the Rodriguez.
Okay. Do you have an ID?
Of course,
You
yes, I
should
do.
The call, which came in about an unauthorized entry, sounds serious, right? But here's the kicker. Curtis Bailey, the guy supposedly breaking in, was actually the legal tenant. His name was on the lease. He still had every legal right to be inside that home.
Once we determine what's going on,
They are doing that part of this call. I'm doing this part of the call.
I do not have to help you with your investigation. I can
You don't.
stand here, be quiet.
Okay.
And I'm not doing that. I gave
Okay.
you my name.
Okay.
Okay. I haven't committed a crime, at least not that I know of
Okay.
either. And that.
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
60.
60.
Okay.
Is
So
that your card?
this is all his.
The key legal issue here is Florida's stop and identify laws, which only allow ID requests with reasonable suspicion of a crime. Since Alan wasn't suspected of anything illegal, he had every right to refuse when the deputy asked for his ID, not ordered it.
So all of these cars are his.
These two cars are his.
None of these cars
Let
here
me
are
finish.
registered to you.
Pardon?
None of these cars here are registered to you.
I'm not making out. None of these cars are what?
Registered.
Registered.
To you.
No, none of them are registered to me. Can I go get my drink? Just my drink? Right there?
Sure.
I understand that you got to do your investigation and stuff like that. I, myself, is just here helping my brother out.
Instead of de-escalating, the deputies escalate. They cuff Alan, a man with a prosthetic leg, while mocking his disability. At one point, his leg falls off, and the officers dismiss his distress. This isn't just unprofessional, it's inhumane.
Is just here helping my brother out.
Okay, I understand
I have
that.
no other interest in this except that I heard him. When he found out, he came because the owner, I talked to him like 2 days ago. The owner, I was here picking up some stuff on a cart that's somewhere around this corner here.
Initially, deputies broke the law by asking Alan, "Do you have your ID with you?" To which Alan fires back, "I haven't broken a law yet. Do you have to see it?" Then he calmly explains the whole situation to them, but the cops seem to not understand. This exchange isn't just a quirky moment, it marks the major constitutional misstep.
You know, he told me a little bit what was going on, you know, and stuff like that dealt with this situation. And I said, all I'm here is to help him get his stuff out of here and stuff. And the owner said, fine, no problem. He said, well, he's going to have people work on cleaning up the property or cleaning up the stuff inside. I go, great, no problem. You know, and he says, you know, I'm not going to call and have all this towed off or anything. You go, right. He says, is your brother going to give us the key? I go, I don't know. I don't know what's all going on.
In Alan's case, there was no suspicion of wrongdoing, and he wasn't being detained, making the deputies' request just that, merely a question. But instead of respecting his rights, the deputy chose to escalate things, turning a simple situation into a confrontation.
So, we know that he started some stuff, but it has not been completed. We have not been evicted by his lawyer. His lawyer he knows who his lawyer is. I don't know his name. Said that he checked on the dockets and see if there was anything, if a writ of possession was done yet. And he said, nope, it's not been done. You haven't got one delivered to you. And Kurt said, nope, I didn't even know there was one coming. And the lawyer says, well, you still have controlling interest of the property. Go ahead and cut the locks.
Florida eviction law states specifically under Section 83.62, making one thing crystal clear. If a landlord wants to evict someone, they can't just change the locks or throw their stuff out. Nope. They need a court order called a writ of possession. And even after getting that writ, they still have to post a 24-hour notice before the sheriff can physically remove anyone.
The owner told my brother that he was thinking of selling the property. Get that. And so a couple of people just came by to look at the property and stuff. But then out of the blue, the next thing we're being told that we got to move. Not me, he is. And so I came down there.
So is he the owner or not?
He's the leasing party. He
He's
leases.
the leasing party, okay.
So he's the leaser.
Where's your brother?
That's him there.
Curtis Bailey was being illegally locked out of his own home. That's the real crime here. But instead of protecting Curtis's rights, or even taking 5 minutes to verify the eviction status, the deputies who showed up zeroed in on someone else entirely. Alan Bailey, Curtis's brother. Alan was just there doing what any decent brother would, helping Curtis move his things out peacefully. No confrontation, no chaos, just helping out.
Kurt's waiting for this phone so that he can call whoever it is he needs to call.
Okay.
So if you don't mind me giving him the phone so he can at least call whoever he's got to call.
You mind me getting your information, see if there's any injunction in the system that has anything to do with you? Can I have your information
I won't be in the system at all about this. Again, I came from Michigan 2 weeks ago.
Do you have an idea with you? Can I please
Remember,
have
I did say that I did.
Can I please have one?
I don't want my name
You don't have,
mentioned
your name
in the
is not,
system
you're
or not.
not gonna be, your name is not going to be mentioned.
You're going to
anywhere.
You're going to call in and see if there's any wants and warrants for him. I'll tell you
that's not what we do.
Even worse, when Alan finally agrees to show ID under threat of arrest, the deputies refuse to take it. They'd rather arrest him than resolve the situation. This is a blatant abuse of power, a punitive arrest meant to punish defiance, not uphold the law.
Do you have your ID on you, boss?
See, this is what he's saying.
And he's refusing, so he's going to be in handcuffs in a couple of seconds because...
I'm going to be handcuffed? You just got through saying that
I know who you are, you're not going to leave
That
here.
is not a reason to
I just told you right now, until I know who you are, you're not going to leave here.
I'm not leaving here.
Okay.
You have to
How many
identify
cops are
You're
here?
going to be in the back of my patrol car in a couple of seconds if you don't give me your ID. How about that?
All right, well, I'm going to start recording now.
Okay.
You are denying me the right to record?
While handcuffed, Alan argues that officers can't search him without probable cause for arrest. He's 100% correct. Under the Fourth Amendment, pat-downs, Terry frisks, are only allowed if officers suspect a weapon, if full searches require arrest or a warrant. But the deputies ignore this, rifling through his belongings anyway. If this case went to court, that search would likely be thrown out as unconstitutional.
I got a prosthetic leg.
Put your hands behind your back.
Get up, sir. Come on.
Let me have it.
It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Put your hands behind your back.
Hey.
Oh, you want to act stupid.
No, my leg is falling off.
Okay.
God damn it, look at that.
Listen. I'm
Let me-
going to say it one more time. You
I-
look it up.
I
You look
will.
it up. Okay.
I was showing you my leg fell off, and you didn't
You
care.
didn't have to do that.
I told you before I kicked
Okay.
it off that
Okay.
it was coming off.
Okay.
Now, I'll grab my leg, I'll put it on, and I'll stand
Okay.
up, please.
Things take a heartbreaking turn when Alan's prosthetic leg detaches during the arrest. And instead of help, he faces cruel mockery. One deputy tells him, "Put your leg on, hurry up," as Alan struggles, replying, "I'm trying, my pants are falling." This isn't just unprofessional, it's cruel and a clear violation of his rights. Under the Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA, law enforcement is required to accommodate disabilities. But these officers couldn't have been more dismissive.
Thank
Here's
you.
your leg.
Go.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're
Thank you.
We don't need you over here. Goodbye. That's great. You are too. We're trying to get his ID. I guess he's refusing identity.
Because I haven't broken the law.
It didn't need to get to this level.
I didn't do nothing.
Focus on putting your stuff back on so we can continue what we're doing here, okay?
What, violating my rights?
No, nobody's violating your rights.
Well,
All you
yes,
have to
because
do-
I haven't
Can I finish talking?
No, because I haven't broken the law.
Okay, you were asking.
I can
Listen,
only have to be
okay.
verified myself
No.
if I break the law.
All right,
No.
hurry up and put that
Yes,
stuff
it
on.
is.
Put it on, hurry
It's a
up.
federal Supreme Court
Put it on,
ruling.
hurry up, put it on.
Allen was charged with resisting an officer without violence, Florida statute 843.02. But here's the kicker. Online records show no conviction. Why? Because the charge was likely bogus. Resisting requires lawful police conduct, and these deputies had no lawful reason to detain Allen in the first place.
Yeah, what happened to you just got through saying that
Just
I
finish
was
putting-
being-
just finish
Hey,
putting-
I'm asking a question. I'm allowed to
you're
do
not
that.
asking the questions here.
I am
I'm
too.
asking the questions here. So
I
now,
don't have
so
to answer
before,
anything.
So before I get you up,
I don't have to answer
before I get
anything.
you up, listen
I
to me.
plead the fifth.
Listen to me. Before I get you
I
up.
have a right to remain silent.
Okay, no problem.
Put your shoe on.
You see, I have no toes.
Okay.
Nobody cares. Go, put it on.
That's right. Nobody cares.
Put it on. Put it on. Hurry up. I'm
Well,
trying to
that
help
is
you.
your mandatory.
I'm trying to help you, or you're gonna go to jail without no shoes and without no legs.
All right.
And the nice thing is, because he's ADA handicapped, when this goes to court, they're going to roast these cops.
Put your foot in front of that, please. Go.
Do you have your ID with you for the last time? 'Cause
How
I'm-
many
I'm-
times? How many
The
times?
last time.
I told you I did.
You do. So are you gonna provide us with your ID?
Allen, who has a prosthetic leg, found himself mocked when it detached during the struggle. Instead of receiving proper help, he was met with cruelty. A deputy's callous remark about putting your leg on underlines a shocking disregard for the protections that the Americans with Disabilities Act is supposed to guarantee.
Under threat of arrest, yes.
And keep in mind, this is the mindset of these cops today. They don't give a shit about anybody or anything. It's all about officer safety. Well, officer safety is nothing more than officer cowardness. It's a bunch of little pussies that have a 15 IQ that can't even get out of their way and quit stepping on their Johnson. And the female officer shouldn't even be out there. There should be absolutely no female officers in the in operation out in the field because they don't have the temperament to be able to handle themselves.
Yes.
No.
I'm going to under threat of arrest.
Nobody's threatening you.
Well, you just got. Don't. You're making me lose balance.
My man.
You're going to make me lose balance.
Listen.
My pants are falling down. Under threat of arrest, I will ID. If you're not going to arrest me, I refuse.
This is not how that works.
Yes, it is.
No.
Later, court proceedings revealed that cops were wrong here because they had no reasonable suspicion. They demanded ID without evidence of a crime, and they practiced a false arrest when Allen complied under duress. Yet,
And the thing is, all you have to do is have a high school diploma or GED and 6 weeks of training. And we hand you a badge and a gun. You're giving a gun to a moron.
Yet they arrested him anyway, while also exercised disability discrimination by mocking a disabled man's prosthetic leg, an outright cruelty and illegal search with no probable cause, a Fourth Amendment violation.
Yes, it is.
No, we're here for a lawful reason.
That's right. Until I have broken the law.
Okay.
And been
Okay. You're gonna go in the
What
car
is my-
because you can't
That's fine.
listen. You cannot listen to what
All
we're
right, let's go.
explaining to you.
Let's go. Sit in the car.
Turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Get my feet right.
You're doing a little too much.
This woman is the dumbest female that I have ever met in my life. And I've met some stupid females, trust me.
All I'm doing is talking.
Has no idea what she's doing, has no temperament to be an officer, just a mouthpiece.
No, you're not. You're not doing anything that we've asked you to do.
You asked me
Let's
the
go.
ID. I asked not to ID.
That's not how this works.
Yes, it is.
This isn't just about Alan. It's about everyone's right to refuse unlawful police demands. Cops count on you not knowing your rights, but now you do. So, what would you do if a cop demanded your ID for no reason? Share this video to expose police overreach. Hit subscribe for more legal breakdowns, and always stand your ground.
Said I will give you my ID under a threat of arrest. So if you want it, I will give it to you. No, I am not a sovereign citizen. It's my constitutional.
The guy's not a sovereign citizen because he's not a cop. The only sovereign citizens are cops. They think they're above the law. They don't have to follow it.
Right. So unlawful search. You can pat me down, but you're not allowed to search me unless I'm under arrest.
After the ordeal, Alan's legal team filed a federal lawsuit against the police department, charging them with multiple violations, unreasonable stop and identify tactics without any cause, false arrest, an illegal search, and even disability discrimination for mocking his prosthetic leg. In court, Alan's attorney methodically dismantled the deputy's actions. As the judge reviewed the detailed evidence and testimonies, it became clear that the officers overstepped their authority at every turn. In a stunning verdict, the court ruled decisively in favor of Alan. The lawsuit resulted in a $2 million amount for him. Drop a comment below. Do you think Alan should have been arrested? And don't forget to check out our other videos where we dissect more police encounters like this one. Thanks for
Okay, guys. So, anyway, if you would go over to their site and check them out, subscribe to them. While you're here, subscribe to mine. Let's give me to 3,600 subscribers, and leave me a comment, guys. All right. Now, remember, always phone the police because they're not your friends. Be safe.